What's up, Info Nation? How the hell are ya? Welcome back to another episode of Information. I'm your host, Brent Gill, and guess what's been on my mind is a couple things. One, should I change the name of this show? I can't tell you how many people have come up to me after the show and been like, so talk to me about Infoxmation or Influxmation, or I'm like, yo, do you not know what FAUX, the sound of faux, is? Clearly not, and not super searchable when I'm like, oh, the show's called Infomation, and people just type out information and think I'm an idiot for saying it like a Southerner. So I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I want to call it Second Page News. Maybe I want to call it Back Page News. I don't know. Let me know what you think, if I should change it or not. And as you might be able to tell through audio, I apologize if the quality of today's show sounds a little funky. They're doing work in my office here, or around my office here. And by office, I mean my apartment. And I think like they got power tools plugged in because I'm getting a lot of feedback, like a lot of noise on my Focusrite back here, my Scarlett, my audio interface basically, which would normally be behind me on this computer over here, this other one. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's not my interface. Hopefully it's just them dirtying up the power, but there's just a constant like buzz or like hum going on, and you can hear it on the recording. So I'm doing this on an old H4 right now. So again, I apologize if this sounds awful. It likely won't, but who knows? So let's get right to, well, before we get right to it, quick couple things. First off, thanks for watching the show today. Be sure to check me out on my Instagram. I'm very active on my Instagram at I am Brent Gill. I got videos up in there. I try to put a new comedy video up every week. I'm a little behind right now because I've got a lot of irons in the fire. I got enough irons in the fire right now. I could probably arm a militia in the 1800s or 1700s, back whenever they fought with swords. But so make sure you check me out there. Also, of course, if you're looking at this video and you're like, yo, this is long, click the little gear in the bottom corner and put it on 1.5 speed. You know what I mean? I still get to play, you still get to listen, and it's really not even, like, after like 2 seconds, your brain gets used to it, and you don't even know that you're watching it at 1.5 speeds, or 1.5 speed. Is that all the announcements? You can always play comedy videos, Instagram. Yeah, that's it. Let's do it, everybody. Welcome to Information. Also, I don't have any theme music right now. I know how to do a lot of things, but I don't know. I'm not that good with like creating music. And I know that at some point, I hope to make some income off of this show. And so if I have a bunch of copyrighted material, I can't do that. So I've been making my own theme songs, just like I just did. Maybe I just was watching Charlie Hunter for too long and started. By the way, I saw him at the Brooklyn Bowl in New York last week, and man, really loved it. He was playing with Stanton Moore, the drummer, and Steric, the saxophonist, and man, really fun jam sesh. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Anyway, let's get to the story, everybody. Today, we are going all the way over to Australia, the penitentiary for England, and kind of a fun story today over in Australia where also remind me, because I'm going to forget. You'll see in these videos me kind of rubbing my eyes because my eyes water a bunch. It looks like I'm crying for no reason. Not crying. Had a solid face accident on a bird scooter. So if you don't hear the story in a video at some point, remind me. Hit me in the comments, or just email me information.news. Information, infauxmation.news@gmail. And remind me that you want to hear the story, and I will make a video for the story. But we got to get to this story because I've been babbling for at least 6 minutes, and we're not even there yet. So we're going to the Queensland, I guess is what it's called. I don't think that's what it's called, but we're going out to Australia. And quite an interesting agricultural story today. This happened back on the 17th of September. I got this story from Newsweek.com. Check this out. I'm just going to read. This is Newsweek. This isn't like, Viceland or AV Club or any of that, Complex or any of those funny news sites. This is Newsweek. This is the actual headline that they used for this. Massive semen explosion after blaze hits bull artificial insemination facility. Firefighters forced to dodge projectiles. Okay, Newsweek. I feel like you probably could have. You maybe could have picked a better title than that. Or I feel like I feel like Newsweek or whoever was writing this article. It's in here somewhere. It doesn't fucking matter. Whoever was writing this article was like, "Nah, we got to put that in there. We got to keep." Or the editor in chief was like, "Your title's too boring. Put in something about projectiles." It's calm after all. Okay, so here's what happened. Have to dodge flying projectiles. This sounds more like a movie and not a God, my eye's going. Not a news story here. But basically, here's what happened. There's a huge fire at a cattle breeding facility in Australia. So for those of you who don't know this, we, as people of Earth, love to eat meat, and so we breed cows. And sometimes our hunger for cows is much greater than the hunger that cows have for each other. So cows don't want to hump as much as we want them to hump. So we have to artificially inseminate them. Well, how do you do that? Well, you gotta give the bull an old fashioned. You know what I mean? And then you got a little collection dish. Like we've all seen those thumbnails on Pornhub, and you're like, ew, keep scrolling. So you have a little collection dish or straw or tube or whatever it is, and you give the you give the bull an old fashioned. He goes and you fill it up, put it in a freezer, and then when artificial insemination season comes, that's right, it's a season. We'll get to that in a second. But when the season comes, they are artificially inseminating these bulls here. Now, here's what sucks about this. The fire hit this breeding facility around 3 a.m., right? And it destroyed hundreds, at least 100 cylinders of bull semen, which was just costing them thousands upon thousands of dollars. I didn't realize bull semen was that expensive. Actually, bull semen, these cylinders are worth between $500 and $1,000, just the cylinder itself to freeze it, let alone, or not to mention the cost of the actual bull's semen, which, I mean, I didn't know that semen was that valuable. I've just been throwing this shit away for years. I could have been making some money on it. I don't think I can use my semen for bulls, but I've always thought I was kind of a bull in a china closet, and maybe I could use my semen to have a little minotaur or a centaur. What would be a half cow, half me? A brentar? I would want the cow lower half probably. I wouldn't want it the other way. I don't think my lower torso could handle the weight of a cow up top or of a bull up top. Although that'd be pretty fun up there doing comedy, holding the mic with my hoofs. Just so what's the deal with all this hay? I would be a Seinfeld-esque comic at that point. So according to Newsweek, 10 fire crews were called to put this blaze out, and it took 10 crews. So I can imagine this is probably 50 people, 30 to 50 people. That it took 2 full hours to extinguish the flames that started around 3 a.m. And these flames were so bad it completely destroyed the whole building. Somehow it didn't just destroy all of the samples, but it did destroy a heavy amount. And this is a mouthful. The Country Fire Authority Gippsland Commander. The Country Fire Authority Gippsland Commander, or the CFAG Commander, the CFAG. I can't say that. I'm going to get canceled. God damn it. The CFAG Commander, Chris Lotioncool? Lotioncool? I'll put his name up on the clip here. Chris Lotioncool said that the crews had to be wary of projectiles, and I quote, projectiles, coming at them while they tackled the blaze. The liquid inside the cylinders was rapidly expanding, and essentially the lids of the cryogenic cylinders were just popping off the top, and projectiles were being thrown from the building. I love how often they're using the words projectile, and there are so many sly cum references in this story, and I read a couple different variations. ABC's got one, Daily News UK's got one, or Daily Mail. They're all just borderline yo, cum's flying everywhere. So the firefighters had to initially go in on the defensive mode to protect themselves from all this flaming cum flying at them. And Lotioncool added that he added to the news, quote, I have never had anything to do with the artificial insemination side of things before during my career. Why would you include that? How many fires in Australia are y'all having at artificial insemination plants? To where he's like, oh, I've heard we have issues all the time. This is my first rodeo here, but boy, I got a friend he's been dodging cum for decades. He's who the government calls first for he's like the king detective of artificial insemination fires, cum fires, if you will. So he goes on to say, they were interviewing the spokesperson for the actual establishment that got burned down, and they talked to the vice chairman, Aaron Thomas, and he said that the loss of these 100 cryogenic cylinders of cattle semen will be a huge blow for farmers. Come on, Newsweek! You couldn't pull up a thesaurus and be like this guy is clearly freaking out that his business is getting fucked. He's dealing with insurance. He's dealing with farmers that have entrusted him with their bull semen, their bull cum, and so he's just speaking off the top of the head. He's like, "Yo, this is a huge blow for what we got." Newsweek couldn't come up with another synonym for blow. This is a huge hit. This is a huge issue. This is a huge problem. This is a big setback. I just came up with 5 off the top of my head, and they're just like, nah, it's a huge blow. All this flaming semen is going to be a huge blow for the local farmers. And because apparently, so it's September right now, and cows don't want to hump in the winter here. Well, I guess it's coming up in summer because it's the southern hemisphere there. So He says, this is the vice chairman of the farm that cryogenically freezes all the bull semen. He says, we are coming into the AI season, so there would have been a substantial amount of semen inside of those tanks that we have lost. Did I say that right, or is this guy an idiot? We're coming into the AI season, so there would have been substantial amounts of semen inside the tanks that we've lost, which was owned by our local farmers, and it can range in value from $5 per straw to $95 per straw. Now, I didn't do any research on what that meant, straw stuff. I just saw that and was like, this is yet another great reason and a good argument against paper straws. You think we can use paper straws for jacking off bulls and and funneling their semen? We need plastic for this. Fuck the turtles. We need bull semen straws. This is so stupid. God damn it. Anyway, he goes on to say that this is significant damage, and it's going to have a flow-on effect on the farm, especially after the drought that the Yarman district has experienced in the past 12 months. I know something about a 12-month drought. Moving along. They don't know what to do. They're all fucked. They're going to have they're in an ongoing investigation to determine what caused the fire, which I like to think was probably some extracurricular work, some late night extracurricular work. They go through the keys and see who came in. John, we saw you come in. We saw you jerking off the bulls at 3 a.m. Oh, yeah, I was just coming in to get some extra hours. You know, I'd been sick for a couple weeks. I just wanted to come in and get some extra rub and tugs to help build up, because it's AI season. We're in a drought. I didn't do it on purpose. It's my bad. What did you do with the semen? He just stole a bunch of semen and then set the place on fire, and then is just going to sell the semen on the black market. Check Backpage.com for bull semen. I bet you. Queensland.backpage.com. Just bull semen, 3 times what it normally costs. I don't know what happened. That's really unfortunate, but I think there was some foul play, or someone was trying to steal stuff. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me in the comments what you think about this story. Australians, tell me what y'all think about this story. How many of y'all read about this story or heard about this story, and is it really affecting people that work on a farm? Is bull semen really that expensive? I feel like if bull semen is anything like my semen, it's coming all the time. You know, like I'm a 2-time-a-day kind of guy. So, yeah, there's a fire. We lost 100. Give me 2 weeks. I could replenish that by myself pretty quick. You know what I mean? I just think that we got to call these jack offers in. What's the title of a person, of that guy, of the extractor? I don't think they're called extractors. Sitting at a bar next to a guy talking about work. How's your day? Long day. What do? I'm an extractor. Extractor of what? Bull cum. You need another shot. That's what you need. A bulljacker offer? I don't think that's what it's called. Bulljadge. A bull prosty? I don't know. What is it called? What's the formal title of someone who jacks off animals for a living? I can only imagine that it's not their only job. You know what I mean? Like I bet it's just part of the job. I feel like if that was if that was your only job, right? Like that's the only thing in your job description. Like you get a job as a bull extractor And the only thing on there is just like jack off bulls. Like it's not like, oh, we tend to the bulls, we wash them, we bathe them, we feed them, jack them off, you water them, you deliver the baby. I'm sorry, can we go back a couple? What was that last one you said? Or is it just like one person that just goes around to all the bulls just with massive Popeye forearms, just fucking... Or do they get the same people that milk the cows? Because I feel like that's a comparable motion, right? But just get them on two sides, Or do they get like Debbie from Debbie Does Dallas, and just retired porn stars? Just I love that. What a plan! Retired porn stars get that's like their pension plan. Like, all right, well, like how old people after like they retire, they go work at like as like a greeter at Walmart or like, or like a receptionist just to kill the time. They just get old retired porn stars. Like, all right, well, your downstairs all broken, but those hands ain't fucked, and these bulls don't care. So they just, all of a sudden you just have all these like beat up retired old porn stars just jacking off bulls in the pasture. Oh, I don't think that's how it would work, but what an image. Oh man. It's much You show up to work wearing high heels, giant hoops, a skirt. Oh, you must be the extractor. Yeah, let me show you where your office is. You're gonna have to change out of those heels, though. You're gonna need some shit kickers. Oh, it's so gross. Well, I don't know. I don't know where to take that. Where else to take that? But let me know what you think. Let me know. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the show. I'm trying to put out more and more of these episodes each week. Make sure you follow me. If you have any stories from your town, send them to me. Information.news@gmail.com. I'll cover it. We'll talk about it as a community. And hey, maybe we'll shed some light on this. I'd love to do a part 2 on this story where I talk to a bull extractor. I'll try to be a little cleaner. A bull extraction artist. There we go. That's probably what it is. A bull extraction artist. Like how Subway has sandwich artists. This is a bull extraction artist. No, there's a fine forum. Do the old rub and tug. I want to get jerked off myself by a bull extraction artist. Can you imagine how efficient they are? I bet you that would be a 90-second or less hand job. And I love hand jobs, trust me. Like, I'm trying to bring hand jobs back into popularity, Because people are always like, you like hand jobs? Like, yeah, dude, hand jobs are hilarious. I want to bring hand jobs back like hipster parents are bringing back measles. You know what I mean? So I would love to meet a bull extraction artist. I'm just going to start hanging out in the country, start booking shows out in the Midwest around cattle farms. Like, what do you do? Nope, that's not who I'm looking for. What do you do? Nope, not who I'm looking for. What do you do? Big old hoop earrings. I'm an extraction artist. Hell yeah. Let me buy you a shot. Just fucking... Already? Yeah, that's a sensitive touch. Got the softest hands in the world. I venture to say they're using gloves, but if a bitch popped on fucking nitrile glove, pow! I'd be like, hell yes. I'm about to come so hard. I'm probably going to hit the ceiling. I one time heard a story about a dude. My old boss, actually. I was working at a head shop in Colorado called Blown Glass and Accessories, which is no longer there. I believe it's called the Bomb Head Shop on East Colfax and Dahlia. And my old manager there, his name was Marcus. And big dude, played football, in college. And he told me this story. He told me this story about he was dating this girl in college. Well, he was hooking up with this girl in college, and she was a volleyball player, right? No, excuse me. She was a basketball player, and she was fellating him one day, and right before he came, she stuck her finger in his ass. And of course, at this point in the story, I'm like, and what happened, right? I'm like enthralled with this story. And he goes, dude, I came so hard that I hit the ceiling. I was like, I'm sorry. What was that? You hit the ceiling? The ceiling! Like, even on a bed, that's still a minimum of like that's like 4 feet. This dude shot a midget out of his dick and painted it on the ceiling. That sounds awesome. I want that. I wonder if this bull extraction artist could achieve that minus the, minus that. I wonder, that's nuts to me. I don't know why I told that story, but it popped up in my head, and so there you go. But anyway, I gotta go. I got another thing I gotta record for a different part of my channel. So thank you very much. I'll explain it later. I don't need to explain it at all. If you want to find me, just go search for me, and you'll find these episodes. But anyway, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Infomation. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a weird story, this this bullfire. If you have any light that you can shed on this story, please put it in the comments. Tell me what it is. And that's about it. I got to go. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And I love you all. Actually, we may not see you tomorrow because I'm flying tomorrow out to Denver. So you may not see me, but I hope you love it. Send me your stories. Follow me on Instagram at IamBrentGill. Like and subscribe my channel. And we'll talk to you next time, everybody. Cue that outro music. Okay. Goodbye. Click.